I'm Georgia, and I just thought I should like start vlogging a little bit because I'm an American and I live in Edinburgh. I go to University of Edinburgh, and I know there was a vlogger here before me. She just graduated last year. Her name was Nana Florence, and I found her videos like really aesthetic and like helpful in like learning about the university before I came here about 2 years ago. So I just thought I would start this. And then this one is just like about a trip I took over the last weekend. We went to Milan. We flew into Milan, me and my friend Kylie. She flew from Dublin because she goes to University College of Dublin. And then I flew from here in Edinburgh. And the flights were super cheap. We did Ryanair, as we do as students. And the accommodation was cheap too. We used booking.com for both of them, and Kylie has like a lot of discounts on there and credit because she travels a lot too. And yeah, I'll like include the prices and everything like as I go through the video and like show you where we stayed and stuff. But yeah, it was super on a budget. And we had a lot of fun. We mainly just like walked around Milan and shopped and ate, and then in Venice we like did a bunch of fun like cool activities and museums and stuff, so yeah. Okay, so the first thing that we did is we headed over to the Duomo because that's kind of where like all the fun shopping is, and we walked past all these like people wearing costumes because it was Carnival that weekend, so there were like a lot of kids walking around wearing like princess costumes and stuff, and as you can see it was super crowded. Like we were kind of fighting for our lives walking through the little piazza, and here's one of the people wearing the costumes. And here's Kylie enjoying her takeaway spritz in the piazza. They were really good. And then this is just the neighborhood that we stayed in on Navigli, and it was super pretty. You could see the canal, and there were all these people walking by. And then as it got later in the day, they started having like little parades down the canal. So here's one of those, and there were all these people dancing in their costumes. And I thought that was super cute, and we were staying like with this little balcony. And here's another little video, and they came down the canal in these really long boats, and they were like dancing and waving at us.
That guy was from somewhere.
Hi guys, I'm currently in Italy. Actually, I'll just record it like I'm doing it for my work friends. Hi guys, I'm in Milan. Don't look at me like that.
Do you?
I landed at 9:55, and I traveled for like 7 hours today, and I actually feel really good. And look at the view. Isn't that so fun? You don't like it.
Kylie doesn't like my vlog voice, but it's okay. I'm having a really good time. You're gonna watch it back, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, why did I say it like that?"
No, I just record it and then I send it to them. I don't look at it, and they like it. Today we had some pizza. I got the Diavola, and then Kylie got a prosciutto burrata, like orange oil, arugula-y situation. And we're about to go get spritzes at some point, and we're gonna have pasta. And I felt really sick a second ago, but now I feel good because I had a Tums. So.
Okay, I don't know why I was acting so awkward in that last clip. I think it was just because I'm not like used to vlogging for people who aren't my friends. But this is like this little, it's called Spritz. It's like one of the little patios on Navigli. So you go there and you can get like aperitivo. The spritzes are pretty cheap too, and then this is just the view of Navigli at night, and I thought it was really pretty. I also have a little story time for something that happened at Spritz that I thought was so funny. I wore like I had like a brown like fitted like satin dress, and then my little like leather jacket. And then here's the outfit in case anybody actually was wondering or cares. And we were sitting there, and one of the guys at the table that was like right in front of the camera, he got up and he walked over to me and he leaned over, and I was like, and he was like, "My friend over there, he's looking at you." And I was like, "Okay, which one?" I wasn't like gonna do anything, but I was like, "Okay, which one?" And he was like, "The one in the tracksuit." And I was like, "In the tracksuit? There's one in the tracksuit?" No offense, but like, I'm not a tracksuit kind of woman. And I looked over and he was like,
Like, and I literally looked and I was like, I'm not interested. And Kylie was just sitting there like, I was just like, yeah, I'm not really interested. And it was so awkward. And then before that guy like got up and came over, they were all like talking and like laughing and stuff. And then he walked back over and I wasn't listening. Like he probably was like, oh, she's not interested or something. The rest of the time that they were there, they were completely silent, just like staring down at their phones. And I was like, was that mean to say? Like I was just going to get a spritz and I wanted to like sit and relax. That happened. Like I wasn't gonna like lie and be like, oh, yeah, let me get a piece of that Italian man in the tracksuit. Like, no. I also thought before that when they were like looking at us, I thought they were making fun of us because I got a giant spritz that was probably like 2. It was like this big. It was like and it wasn't a regular like spritz glass. It was like a pint glass, but like a big one. And it looked like it was like 2 spritzes because I was like, oh, I'll just get a large. Like, I don't know. And all the guys at that table also had large spritzes. And then Kylie got like a little lemonade. So I thought they were like making fun of us because I was like drinking a big old spritzy spritz and she was having a lemonade. But that's because she didn't feel good. Anyways, I just thought that was a funny situation. I felt so bad though when they were all like quiet and like after I was like, I'm sorry. But also it's like kind of a confidence booster. I was like, I must look good because somebody's looking at me underneath me. I also look super different from like everybody in Italy. Clearly, I'm like super pale. And I was like not really dressed. Like they dress for the season in Italy and not for the weather, which Kylie told me before we went, but I didn't listen. So I packed like dresses and skirts. So I had some dirty looks. I had people who would like walk past me. I was wearing a different outfit earlier in the day. It was like a midi dress, but like floral and like kind of summery. And they would walk past me and they would go, and I was like, I'm sorry I'm alive and I wanted to wear this. Like, I don't know. But then other people were like, ooh, like she looked kind of cute. And I was like, yeah, that was the point. But like a lot of people in Milan thought I was like an idiot because they were all wearing like parkas and jeans and sweaters. So
okay, yeah. So the next day we were finally off to Venice and we did have like some problems with our transportation. We were supposed to take the train from Milan and then transfer at Verona, but then there ended up being like construction or something that stopped that from happening. So we took the bus for about an hour and a half and Maps said it was supposed to be 30 minutes, but whatever. And then we got there and we took a water taxi and the views were so pretty. It was just really windy and you can probably actually hear that in the background, but it was gorgeous. Then we walked to our hotel and we got the courtyard view and it was super cute. You can see like the little orange buildings out there. I think that's also part of the hotel, but we were like in a different block, so.
Just got to the apartment and it's really big. It's actually 2 floors. And I think it was cheap. I don't know though, I don't remember. Yeah, I think I said in the beginning, this room was like definitely cheaper than the Milan one. It was like 60 euro for each of us, so not that bad. We did have some issues. There was mold like on the wall in the shower, so we ended up moving to a different room. The first one that the lady showed us though, like still had like garbage in it, like empty water bottles like on the desk, and I didn't notice, but then Kylie was like, I was like, oh. So apparently the cleaning lady's not so good in this hotel. But that was like totally fine. And then the third room that we looked at, the third one, I guess, it was good. It was definitely nicer. It was in like a newer part of the building. It didn't have like a courtyard view or 2 floors, but it was clean. And it was kind of funny because they had like these paintings on the walls and they were like, it was like of the American Revolution. Like there were full on like people like dying in them and stuff. And it was like all these men were like just all over the walls, like edge to edge paintings on every part of the apartment except for where the TV was. And I was like, oh.
And the rest of the day was like walking around and eating. I got this like crostini with some octopus and tomato sauce on it and it was really good. And yeah, we mostly just like shopped around. And a lot of the shops were really cute. They had a lot of mask shops and obviously like glass stores, so that was really cool to look at. And then after walking around for a little bit, we were in the Palazzo Ducale, and this is just a little video of Doga's palace, and we went in and we toured that, and we saw like the prisons and everything, so that was really cool. And then at that point we were starving, so we went to this little restaurant that was by the palace, and I got the penne arrabbiata, which is like a spicy tomato sauce, and Kylie got, I think, cacio e pepe. And then we kept seeing pigeons everywhere, and I kept saying that Venice was like a pigeon party because there were so many, and they kept dive bombing us, and I thought it was really funny. I didn't really record anything that night, apparently. We went to this little restaurant, and it was like across that bridge that I filmed on top of, and it was super cute. The atmosphere was like it wasn't very touristy. I mean, there were a couple of other tourists in there, but it wasn't like everyone was a tourist. There were like little families in there too and stuff. So we had some pasta, I had a spaghetti with clams, and then Kylie actually didn't have cacio e pepe at lunch. She had I think it was aglio olio, which is like a garlic oil kind of pasta. But for dinner, she had cacio e pepe because I knew she had it at one point because it's her favorite. And then we also had a lot of wine. We each got 750 milliliters. No, that's a bottle. I'm sorry. No, we each had 500 milliliters. So we both had like a good like 3/4 of a bottle, and I drank the last of hers. So I actually had a bottle of wine at dinner. Oops. I wasn't drunk though. I was like a good tipsy, and I felt like totally fine the next morning, so that was great. I'm trying to find a picture of the bottle of wine because I know I have one. It was like their house white, and they said it was a Pinot Grigio, but it was like very like light. So the wine was this San Michelin Vino Biologico by the brand Gorgio. It's that. It was really good. And that was like when we had it at lunch the second day, which I might have taken videos at, but I'm not sure, so we'll see. The next morning we just walked across the bridge, the same one that I showed from the night before, and we went to go get a croissant for Kylie. She got like an apricot flavored one, and then I got this sandwich with an onigiri just to like have later in the day as a snack. And then after we ate our breakfast, we walked to this little bookstore. Sorry, my filming is super crazy during this part. I was like struggling to move past people in the really thin aisles, but they had like used books, and they actually had a shop cat, and it was super cute. And I think this is one of my favorite bookstores I've ever been to. And I'm a literature major, so I've been to a lot, but I love this one. Surprise, once again, I did not film us eating lunch or where we sat or any of it. But it was on the like main canal, the big canal, this one, and it was the the restaurant on the right side, like the red awning. And then we went to this museum. It's called Galleria dell'Accademia, and it was really pretty and really cool. And then we saw these seagulls eating a dead rat in the canal, and that was kind of disgusting, but at least it was after lunch, so it's fine. By then, we had like 2 hours until our flight to Dublin, so we went to the Aperol bar, like the actual branded one, and it was so cute, and the server was really funny, and we had a really great time, but then we had to leave and take a water taxi, again to get to the airport. This part is where it got a little bit annoying for the traveling. Obviously, it was already messed up from Milan to Venice, and that wasn't that bad. It just added like probably like a good 2 hours to that part of the traveling. And then I actually booked my flights wrong. Like when we initially booked them, I booked a flight from Edinburgh to Milan, which was correct, and then I booked another one from Edinburgh to Venice on the day that I was supposed to leave, instead of the other way around. So I ended up having to sleep in the Dublin airport because it was cheaper for me to fly to Dublin and then fly from there to Edinburgh instead, because the flight from Venice to Edinburgh at that point, when I found out 4 days before we left, was about 500 pounds. And I don't have that. I didn't have that. So I had to rebook a different pair of flights, and I did the same one that Kylie was on, which was great because then we could like leave at the same time. I was gonna have to leave like 10 hours before her or something, I don't know. But yeah, we left at night. So basically, Kylie told me to sleep in the international terminal because it was like a lot safer and nicer, and this was it. There was no one in there. Here's me, the night that I got there at 11:50 is when we landed. And this is my little spot. I found this 24/7 like cafeteria thing, and they had this like really long little booth kind of bench thing, like a long couch. And there was nobody in there when I laid down like at I think it was like 12:30, 12:30 at night. And yeah, I spilled water all over my book, so I had to like keep flipping it around to help it dry. And every like 30 minutes I woke up to check that my stuff was still there, and other people slept on the bench too. And then here's me the next morning, dead. So that was great.
I'm home. Apparently, according to my health app, I walked 10 miles yesterday. It took me 15 hours to get here from Venice. I slept in the airport for 3 hours, and then I had to go get on another one to Edinburgh from Dublin. Okay, hi! I decided I was gonna do a little haul of stuff that I got in Venice, because why not? I was gonna do it later when I didn't look like an absolute corpse, but I don't think I'm gonna be awake later to do that, so I'm just gonna do it now while I have a little bit of energy. Still don't have much. Anyways, my haul from Venice, Italia, Venezia. I got to use my Italian this weekend, and that was fun. It wasn't very good. Actually, no, it was. It was good after I'd had like a spritz. Like even Kylie was like, "Oh my god, that was really good," and I was like, "Yeah, it's because I had a spritz." It's not very good when I'm sober. Okay. Anyways, here's item number 1. This was like the nicest thing that I got. It's a ring, and it's made of Venetian glass. So like it's like little like bits of different colored glass, and they make a picture of flowers. I think it's really cute. And it's adjustable. That part is a little because there's like this ring on the bottom, and it's like just been cutting into my finger. But it's cute. Okay, and then for mommy, I got her this really pretty cup for like her vodka soda or like her wine. It's also made of like, it says Murano glass. I don't know the difference between that and Venetian glass. Pretty sure it's the same. Don't quote me on that. But isn't that cute? I wanted it for myself, and then I was like, no, I'm gonna get presents for people. Okay, this next present is for my sister. I got her, it's like a matching ring, but this one's like more her style. Like, look how cute, it's pink, and it has flowers on it, and it's gold. It's probably more comfortable than the one that I got her. Yeah, it is. It's really pretty. Also made of glass. Oh, we went to this Aperol bar, and the waiter was super funny. He came over to our table like every 5 minutes, and he kept like making jokes, and he kept wanting to like, he was trying to like get my bee necklace. He was like, I'll trade you a cocktail for it. I'll trade you this. He had like a little Aperol cocktail pin, which I already have one of. But he was like, I'll trade you this pin. And I was like, no, this was a present. This was a present from Jonathan. And then I got these glass earrings. Everything was actually like really cheap. These were €10. And they're really pretty. They're green. The only like expensive things that I got were that glass for my mom, and then this ring was 40, but it is silver, so it's like I get it. I understand. I'm not that mad about it. Oh, here's the next gifty. I don't want to like mess up the packaging. This is super cute. I got this for my dad. It's a little Venetian glass cat. If I can get it the fuck out of here. Look at him go. He looks like he has a little mustache. It's like heavy too. Cute. I want to keep all of these gifts for myself, but I can't do that. So. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so I got this bookmark from the Libreria Acqua Alta. It's really cute. It's like right on the canal, and then they have cats in there. And there's probably videos already of that in this video. There were cats in there, and they had like this cute little gondola where you could take pictures. I did not, because I didn't look so good that day. It was the last day. And then it was just like used books. They had like this staircase made of books that was really cool to look at, and me and Kylie got photos on there. I'll put them in here. They look a little silly and goofy though. And then this is cute too. It has like a little cat sitting on a chair like by the canal in the little bookstore. And then the back of it's like a postcard. It's a magnet. And it's made of wood. It's very cute. And then this is my favorite thing I got from there is a postcard with a cat on it. As you can tell, I stuck with a cat theme for this trip. But the city's like known for like being a cat city. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Oh, I fell on the stairs when we were walking around because my boots were really slippery, and there's like marble all over the place on the ground, and I just fell over, and I used my purse to catch myself, and I got all scratched up. Like, this is the only purse I have, and it's a nice one. I got it for my birthday, and it's all scratched. But now I can look at it and I can be like, oh my god, like, remember when you went to Venice? Like, look at those scratches. Isn't that, like, so cute and nostalgic? Positivity. Yeah, that was my trip to Venice. It was a really fun trip. Wear my little ring. I really hope I get to go back. I do have another trip planned to Dublin for St. Patrick's Day. I'm leaving on the 15th, and then I'm coming back on the 19th. So it's, like, kind of long. I'm staying with my friend Kylie from this video. And I'm excited. Maybe I'll film it. Maybe I won't. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. But we're just going to be doing like pub crawls and stuff and going to the parade. So I'm excited for that. Another budget Ryanair trip. Thanks Ryanair. Sponsor me, please. Bye.